Because at the end of the day, that bitch right there is a motherfucking celebrity, a motherfucking star. In her own way, shape, or form, she has her own motherfucking fan base and she don't need nobody else.
I don't want it. Why you trying to get switched? I'm so super size, you like two fries. I'm so super size, you like two fries. Got the juice, what it do? Cause I'm feeling loose. Got the juice, what it do? Cause I'm feeling loose. You're a burner, Tina Turner. Bitch, you're about to get rolled. I'm Madonna, so Nirvana. Bitch, I'm about to strike a pose. Yeah, yeah. Cause I'm feeling it. Now flip.
Well, hello, darlings. I don't even have my set in the background. What a day. What a Monday. This is such a Monday. And I slept till almost 4 p.m. just because I woke up and saw everything that was going on and I went right back to sleep because I can't. I'm getting this Trisha Paytas video left and right. People are sending me this video and, ooh, I don't even like the woman and I'm about to cry. Listen. Let me tell you, if ever there was an example of what happens when you put yourself out there too much, and if that's not, for me, if that's not a sign of things to come, I don't know what's wrong because, woo, she is getting it. But besides all that, so let me tell my opinion on that, and for my viewers who aren't really familiar with what's going on, I know I fell asleep with my nose ringing last night and I have no idea where it's at. So I'm watching Dustin daily, and he is just commenting about the Trisha Paytas thing, and I have to say, his channel is a good one if you want a quick go-to to find out what exactly is going on, who Trisha Paytas is. Let me tell you, Trisha Paytas, I call her the queen of YouTube. She's been on YouTube for about 15 years, and she is combination drama, troll, personality, interviewer, interviewee. She's everything. She really is the queen of YouTube. She's a big star here on YouTube. And for a while, I liked her. And then the more I started doing research on her, the more I disliked this woman with a passion because just the pathological lies. Now, it's one thing to reinvent your truth. Everybody does that. We all do that. So Trisha Paytas, the queen of YouTube, she is a celebrity, and I'm commenting on this because you cannot log on to YouTube without knowing who this woman is, especially today. It's either her or Gabby Hanna or Austin McBroom. I love Austin McBroom. I know a lot of people can't stand the man. I get him. I know what he's about. I understand him. You have to understand, 99% of the boyfriends that I have had, of the relationships that I've been in my life, have been with Austin McBrooms. So I understand them. I get them. And I'm not saying he's Santa Claus. I'm saying I know the type of guy that he is. And underneath all that, this has turned into Austin McBroom. Hey, Austin. Boop. I am what I am. I mean, clickbait. This episode is about my fave YouTubers, and I hope this isn't going to be one of my 45-minute, an hour long. Did you see the other one? Y'all actually liked the Instagram thing last night, Saturday night. It was almost an hour and a half long, and y'all watched it. Boop. Thank you. Trisha is combination interviewer, drama channel, drama starter, troll, interviewee. She something I will never take away from her. Miss Thing can sing. She can sing. I have downloaded and paid for her music. I love her music. I'm not gonna lie. There's a little video of me going around Facebook right now with a combination of some recent photos of me, and I've got Iconic playing. I love her music. I don't like her. I don't like her at all. I think she has done some mean and nasty things to people just to get her name out there, and I think that's messed up. And she's also a pathological liar in the worst way, the craziest way. I was supposed to film this last night, but I ended up falling asleep. My friend, a friend of mine, was having a little bit of a hard time, and I was a little worried about him, so I kind of just went to sleep and I just wasn't in the mood to do this. But yeah, Trisha Paytas. Long story short, she had said that, I'm not supposed to say that word, so she said that someone had done that to her when she was a child. And it comes to find out now she's being caught, and maybe that wasn't true. Anyways, caused a big rift between her and another show that she used to be on, where the host is married to her fiance's sister. A lot of family stuff going on. A lot of stuff that I don't even know what's going on. Anyway, she is losing her mind. And I'm going to show you this clip from Dustin Daily. So here we go. And this is hard to watch. It's very hard for me to watch. I think this woman is the epitome of fake. I don't think this is fake. And I can tell fake. Judge for yourself.
Please, I said I would give him every penny I made on frenemies, and I mean it. I will write a check. I've never felt this, because they don't care about the truth. They don't want to believe anything that we say. They don't care. They literally don't care. They just want. It's just crazy. They said it's too little too late. I said it's not. I'm calling it truth. I'm asking for it to stop. Fucking stop. All of this starts from their entry subreddit. They can control and monitor. They're posting stuff about my dad. Just stop, please. Fucking stop. I can't breathe. Shake my both.
Oh, I don't know, I used to just love her to death when I was brand new on YouTube. I used to just really look up to her, and then finding out things about her, I just have come not to like her very much, but that kind of put me back in touch with the woman that I did like, and so my thoughts on it, if I don't know if the person that she's saying did that to her when she was a kid, I don't know if that happened. I think it would take a very unusual type of person to make that kind of thing up. They're coming after her fiance as well, and I think that's what she's crying about. All I can say is judge for yourself. I have an issue when people are trying to stop people's income, and there are like 99,000 people with a petition that have signed a petition to get her off of social media. So I'm going to put a link to Dustin Daily where you can watch this video in full. He explains it really well, which brings me to, let's go on to the topic of the video today, of the show. Let me get my mojo back. Boop. What's up? Hey, Austin. Big shout out to Shayna and Lester and all of you guys, my friends. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Dustin Daily is the one I just saw. I'm giving it a thing. I was going to do it my 5 favorite YouTubers. I'm actually it's kind of going to be like 7. I love Dustin Daily. He is a Southern boy at heart. I'm a Southern girl. I believe we are both from the same area. I think I may have waited on. I think I may have waited on him many moons ago in North Carolina at a restaurant I worked at. I'm not sure. I love Dustin. He is so sweet. He is so, you just want to hug him. He is a T channel. So a T channel is like a commentary channel on things that are going on YouTube and people who are popular on YouTube. And these people, they do videos about it, and they comment on what's going on, and they comment on the drama. Dustin is really sweet. He's very matter of fact. He's not really a bitchy way. Can I say bitchy? He's not really bitchy about it. There's a little bit of shade, but it's not ill-intended. I like Dustin Daily. Subscribe. Honey, just saw myself. I had to change the filter, darling. No lashes. Anyway, on the same side as Dustin Daily is his fiance, Nick, and he has a channel called Viewer's Choice, and I adore Nick. Now, I will say this. Nick is like the gay male version of me, of Hill-Jane, of Hillary Mansfield. If I was a man, I would be like Nick. Former model. He modeled for Dolce & Gabbana, y'all. He is the real deal, and he is engaged to Dustin, and I just adore them together. They're so sweet, and they're so loving, but they're very... It's like they don't, I would say they're a couple, but they don't bring it to work. They do, but they don't. I adore them. And if you say anything about Nick, he's going to respond. And he's not going to respond, and he's just going to make sure you understand the real truth. And a big shout out to Nick, because his mom recently passed. And I'm so sorry, and I know how he feels. And much love to you, Nick. I admire and respect you, and you're totally gorgeous, and good luck to you and Dustin. And again, I'm so sorry. I love your channel. It's one of my top 7 fave YouTube channels. Which now brings me to Sebastian Soto. And if ever there was a YouTuber with a true heart of gold, a true, not a vicious or mean bone in his body, it is Mr. Sebastian Soto. One of my favorite, not just channels, but one of my favorite human beings. When you're watching him, he calls, those of us who watch him, he calls us his besties. When you're watching him, you feel like one of his besties, and you feel like he's talking to you. And his channel, he tells you what's going on, and he puts a little bit of his own opinion on it, and he doesn't have any ill will towards anyone. But it's not boring. You see, sometimes when it's like, you may think it's boring, but his is not boring. He can throw shade, but even then, he does it in a way that, I don't know, he's very endearing. You want to hug him, and you know that he's the type of friend that will take you out to Taco Bell when you're down, and when that boy that you like so much is cheating on you, and he just saw him with the girl at the mall, he's going to tell you, but he's not going to tell you in a mean way. He's going to tell you in a way that's really, he's just very genuine, and I love one of my top fave 7 YouTubers, and I recommend you subscribe now, Sebastian Soto. I love you, Sebastian. On a personal note, the other night I was going through a little bit of a hard time, and I'll be darned if he didn't send me a little note through Instagram, and it meant so much to me, and I needed it, and I'm grateful. So my next channel is just someone who I met on Facebook, and we did a subscribe. You subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you thing. And I just am so entertained by her. Her channel is a combination cooking show, how to make a good drink show, look at my new shoes show. I just really, really like it. And I like her, and she just reminds me of some of the mothers of the guys that I dated in North Carolina, because they embraced me when the rest of the world was out to get me. These women embraced me because I was with their sons. And one thing about a good old country boy is that he's never going to hide you from mama, usually. So this is the LP channel, and I want to show you just a little clip of what I'm talking about. Now we're getting into the big leagues. Now we're getting into some of the creme de la cremes, according to me. And I would like to introduce you to a gentleman by the name of Charles Frank. Ooh, the bell went off right at the right time. Mr. Charles Frank. What is his channel about? He is another entertainment channel, I will say. He doesn't really do tea. I don't really do tea. I'm going to talk about what kind of channel I am after this. But he does the most amazing parodies, impersonations, commentaries. He's a big Pokemon fan. He's a big Britney fan like me. He tuned in on Instagram on Saturday night and watched my podcast that I have with my ex-roommate, Cyan, and he was commenting and participating. I tried to bring him on. He said he didn't have his makeup on. He couldn't come on, and I totally understand that, Mr. Frank. I relate with that. When I think of Charles, I think of him kind of as we both started around the same time, and we both have gone through similar situations with where the subscribers and the views and what's going on, and you know, we both like a lot of the same channels. I'm gonna do some honorable mentions at the end. We like a lot of the same channels. I just think he's so talented. He's much more talented than me, and he deserves a lot more subscribers than he has. He's a very genuine person, and he's a very good-looking guy too. My only advice to Charles would be to open up more, because I think we're in some uncharted territory. Charles has a little bit of that blue humor like me, and he doesn't really show it like me. But I would love to see more of that blue, Charles. Show it. We want to see you. One of my top 7 fave YouTubers, Charles Frank. And I love you, Mr. Frank. Thank you for the joy that you bring me, and thank you for Saturday night. You were great. How was I? And now I just want to kind of roll out the red carpet. You can sit back. This is going to be a minute. There is no one quite like this next man. There is no one quite like this. Oh my God. There is no one quite like this YouTuber who has affected my life. Who truly, I practically consider him a part of my family. And the only encounter I've ever had with him is he wished me a happy birthday on my birthday. and he liked the fact that I ordered a shirt from his. I put it on YouTube, my Good Judy t-shirt. I should have worn it during this. He liked it on Twitter. That's really the only interaction I've had with him. Sometimes I wonder, because I have sent him messages, and I kind of had to reel myself back from doing that, because I didn't want him to think I was gabahanaing him, meaning I didn't want him to think that I was stalking him, because I just do admire this man so much, and here's why. So his channel is a tea channel, which means he does commentary on what's going on YouTube and the YouTube celebrities, and he does it in a fun, bitchy but not mean way, and he offers advice about what's going on, what he would do if he was in their position. And I just think that's admirable. On a personal note, this past January, I was going through a very difficult time. He's got 6 other channels. And I tuned into one of his channels. And I was feeling really, really bad because my family, my sisters, wouldn't have anything to do with me. I couldn't get in touch with anyone. They were sending me to voicemail. And so one morning, I had a day job. It's the last day job I had. I had a day job, and I was feeling really bad, and so I called in the night before, but I forgot to send a message. That's how sick I was. I had just gotten a shot, one of the vaccines. I had just gotten it, and I was feeling really sick, and so I wasn't going to work, but I forgot to send the message, and I got fired because I didn't. They were saying it was no call, no show, and the thing is, I was just out of it, and I didn't send the message. Anyway, I was feeling unloved. I couldn't get in touch with my family, and I tuned into one of his videos on his Peterisms channel, and he said, I looked at the camera when he said it. He said, I just want you to know, if no one's told you I love you, I want you to know I love you. And I was going to hurt myself because, I have that self-destructive bone, and I was going to hurt myself. And that made me get up and get my mojo back. And I know that might be kind of hard to hear, and it might be kind of hard for a person, a YouTuber, to hear in that position, but it's true. Someone told me they love me, and it prevented me from going out and buying a whole slew of drugs, hitting or cutting myself or taking a bunch of pills. That prevented me because I really did believe it. And to this day, Peter Mon gives me that, my friend, and I'm being entertained and I'm being comforted by someone. He has that. That is my Golden Girls, my Designing Women, my Facts of Life. His videos, his channel on YouTube, I have to have it because it's a term of endearment. And thank the powers that be for Peter Mon. He has a gorgeous husband, and they occasionally, when they go on vacation, do a Q&A together, and the love between them is just something that I aspire to have. So one of my top YouTubers, in fact, my second favorite YouTuber, Peter Mon. And I thank you. I am grateful and thankful to you, Peter Mon, every day. And you inspired me, not only as a YouTube creator myself, but you inspired me to be a better person. And you give me hope. And I'm so grateful and so thankful to you. And I tell people who watch this channel, I'd be nothing without them. I'd be nothing without you. I have 3 honorable mentions that I have to give notice to because I love these channels too. This video went in kind of a different direction than I was planning on. In the end, I really decided to put ones that affect me personally on. But I want to give a shout out to Michael and Anthony, who are a couple, and they do great impersonations, great parodies. I have to give a shout out to Nympho. Just 2 queens who are from England and are so much fun and so wild and outrageous. I love the Welsh twins. Who doesn't? Darling guys, great makeup, and they really know what they're talking about. One's a makeup artist, one's a skincare specialist. You should have heard what he said about Trisha Paytas' skincare. Boop. Actually, I guess I have more than 3 honorable mentions. Do I have a few? I think 5. Jacob Lomax. Loves camp movies, loves Jane Mansfield, loves me. I love you too, Jacob. I hope everything's great with Jacob. Subscribe to Jacob Lomax. He gives you these great commentary on rarely seen but really out there movies. The Piazzadora movie, his commentary on that is awesome. I can't remember the title of it, but Jacob Lomax, and so adorable himself. Now here comes the controversial one. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. I love Rich Lux. And I know I'm not supposed to say that. Just like I'm not supposed to say that I bought some Jeffree Star makeup. Woo! I love Rich Lux. I don't see what y'all see. I see a lovable flaming queen, but I love him. Look, I like him. It's a T channel, and if there is an epitome of a T channel, this is it right here. He throws shade, he gets down and dirty, but he does it in a way, if I met him in person, I would just give him a big hug, because he is so much fun. Ain't no scandal he can't handle. I can't wait till I'm involved in something and he comments on me. I want to do something just to get on his show, on his video. I'm going to tell you, he can't get a like to save his life, just like me. I can't get a subscriber to save my life. I can get the views, but I can't get a subscriber to save my life. Y'all watch it, but you will not. I know it's hard. It's hard to click that little button. I know. But please like and subscribe, and please go and check out Rich Lux, one of my honorable mentions and my favorite YouTubers. Which now brings me to truly the creme de la creme. There is no man like this man. There is no man that I have ever had this kind of feeling for in life and as an entertainment type thing. I'm honored to have my name mentioned in the same sentence as him. Not only do I respect him, I like him and I admire him and I'm inspired by him. That would be a man by the name of Toxic Johnson, who has a channel here on YouTube called TJs Real Talk, which I have made appearances on. And I can say that I have a lot to say. It's an interesting way how we met, and I'm not going to say how we met because I think we're going to save that for our future podcast, which will come up in the next couple months. Can't talk about it. But it's interesting how we met, and when I first met him, he agreed to be on my channel, and I probably had around 125, maybe 150 subscribers. I was getting between 50 to 120 views per video, if I was lucky. And so we agreed to do an interview live on Facebook, which my YouTube started slowly taking off, I was a sure thing on Facebook. I would get 30,000 views just like that on Facebook. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, I was a Facebook star. Was, not anymore. And he agreed to be on it. And he could have been doing so many other things, but he chose to come to my house and let me interview him. He could have been touring. I think he actually was booked for an appearance in Texas that weekend, and it was a snowy weekend in Baltimore, and he braved the snow and came to my house and let me interview him and gave me the interview of a lifetime and gave me my big break for YouTube, because I transferred it from Facebook to YouTube and the whole world lost its head. And never in life have I had that kind of chemistry with another human being, and you guys picked up on it right away. And every time we're together, it's an immediate hit, whereas I usually have to wait for the views because a lot of my viewers are European. I usually have to wait for the views to get big. When I'm with him, you guys watch it, and you like us together, and we hear you. We've taken note, and we got some things coming up. We hear you. A lot of times, I mean, it's constant. We joke about it, he and I. We have 2 great videos that just came out last week. And I personally, it was funny, whenever we film on the same night, and he'll do one for his channel, and I'll do one for my channel. His channel, I'm a little more, I'm flirty, and, but on my channel, I'm just through the roof. I'm about to jump out the window, because I'm just showing out. A lot of you guys wonder what's going on between he and I, or do we have something going on? And it's fun, and we kind of play with it some. But I can sit here and tell you that, as much as I flirt, as much as I admire, and maybe harbor a desire for, I just want to tell you, and I'm trying not to get choked up about it, but I just want to tell you, I'm not good enough for that man, okay? I could never. I mean, that man is everything. And for you guys that are intimidated by him or scared of him or whatever, you're totally misreading him. I'm not good enough for Toxic Johnson. I aspire to be as a person as he is. And he is an adult entertainer. And in addition to that, he does have TJs Real Talk. And I'm going to show you a little clip here from my all-time favorite episode of TJs Real Talk. This inspires me. You know, I'm all about being inspired and something that's going to make me a better person. And it's a long story on what this video means to me, but if you're ever feeling bad about yourself, I want you to watch this. So I was going through a hard time, not with a guy this time, it was with a girl, but I think we might have been fighting over a guy. Guys don't control my life, y'all. I know you think that's all I think about. It's really not. It's really not. YouTube controls my life. I love you. But I was feeling depressed. I was feeling bad. And this got me out of my depression because here was my friend letting someone have it because they dare diss him.
Who you are, ho? Because all you basic built-ass bitches do the same shit. All y'all do the same shit. You act like fans. You act like supporters. You act like you somebody who actually wants somebody to make it. And then as soon as they say something or do something that you don't like, you immediately turn on them as if they ain't shit but trash. As if they are a trinket. And then you try to bring them down in order for you to think that you're winning. Girl, you could never touch a nigga like me. You could never touch a nigga like me.
Ooh.
Ever.
Ooh.
Never.
Even now. This was like back in April, and even now, it's seeing that whenever I watch that, whenever I'm feeling bad, I watch this because he brings me out of whatever funk I'm in. This one right here, but it's not just his real talk. It's called TJ's Real Talk, and it's not just about, you know, him, you know, being a smart aleck to people who have said something he doesn't like. He talks about social issues. You know, as a 30-something-year-old African-American male, he has a lot of opinions about things. Sex. He's an adult film entertainer, a legitimate adult film entertainer. I want to tell everyone, this is a porn star. This is not someone who goes in the bathroom of their apartment and films stuff for OnlyFans. This is a legitimate entertainer. Stripper, exotic dancer that goes on tour all over America. This is somebody, and I know this for fact, and I'm honored to have this person in my life. Honored. I hope I live up to what he expects of me as a co-host. You know, sometimes I do things to shock my YouTube audience, and I found myself doing things to shock him, and he's not an easy person to shock. On the rare occasions I do it, it's so much fun. We have so much fun together. I hope I live up to his expectations in the next venture that he and I are going into. I'm so honored and so excited and just touched that he wants to do something with me and further my career, further his. And what I can do is tell you that if you're watching this channel, I urge you to watch TJ's Real Talk because it is my favorite YouTube channel and it features and stars my favorite person on earth, the love of my life, who isn't the love of my life, but should be. Whoop, I wish. Toxic Johnson. And I love you, Toxic. You're my everything. I live to love you more each day. This video turned out to be something a little bit more than I thought. I was just going to put my fave YouTubers, and I'll be darned if I didn't put my fave people. It's kind of like my fave people in life because I don't watch TV. I watch YouTube because I've started something on YouTube. This is my job now, you guys. I am a YouTube partner, which I've said many times, but this is my job. It's not just me getting on here being pretty and bitchy and glamorous and look at me, aren't I wonderful, aren't I bougie? That's not me. And by the way, that's a character. I'm not really like that. Hopefully, if you know me, people that know me, I'm a little like that because I do like those things, but I buy those things. I don't have them thrown at me. But these YouTubers that I mentioned have affected me in my life personally, and they mean something to me, and I think they should mean something to you because they deserve to be viewed, and they have something to say. Why not listen to them? Why not listen to them? You're listening to me? What the hell's wrong with you? Just kidding. So, those are my fave YouTubers. So I put this information about them here. I'm going to put stuff about them on the credits of this video. On a personal note, I would like to direct everyone to a young transgendered girl who's going through a hard time, and I know how that is, and I'm going to tell you how to get in touch with her. Her name is Jade, and this is her Cash App. She is on the street right now, and she's having a really hard time because she was visiting with a guy, and he kind of dumped her, and she's been left out in the middle of nowhere somewhere in Virginia. I personally have sent her a little something to eat on, and if you could help out in any way, do it. And I'm going to put her information on the credits here on how you can get in touch with her. So Jade, we're thinking of you. Stay strong. We're here for you. We hear you. We love you. One thing about me, if you know anything about me, is that no matter whether I like the sister or not, a sister is a sister, and I will never let a sister, if I have the power, to suffer. In my last living situation, I could have made things really bad. I chose to get myself out of the situation because I had the opportunity to. But if you're a transgendered woman, a true transgendered woman, not just a boy in a wig, but a true transgendered woman, we have to stick together. And that's one thing that's lacking here in Baltimore, is that the girls don't stick together. And where I come from, the South, the Atlanta girls, we stick together. Even if I only have a 1-bedroom studio apartment and you've been kicked out of your apartment, you come on here and sleep on my couch or sleep on my floor or whatever. That's what we do in the South. That's what we do for our sisters. And we should look out for one another. So thank you so much for watching. Boy, this turned out to be something I didn't expect it to be. And I just love you so much. You know, there's been a lot of talk the last few days about boyfriends and things like that and affairs and whatever. But you know what? You're the love of my life. My viewers, my fans, supporters, I love you. And as long as I have you in my life, and as long as you have me in your life, you know, we can get through anything. We can get through anything as long as we know we're together. And we are. Forget your drama. Come watch mine. Leave your inhibitions at the door, darling. And remember, to everyone that's watching, I do love you. And without you, I'm nothing. What the hell are you paying attention to this? Go out and get you some. Boop.